It is no secret that the Las Vegas Raiders have had issues with, pass protection, run blocking, all of the above. And let me go kind of back over and run over it. So yes, left tackle Colton Miller does his thing. He's a pretty good player. I think he's going to have and continue to have a really good career with the Raiders. A former first round pick, And then at left guard, yes, Dylan Parham showed some things this last year. Earned over a 60.2 or 62.0 PFF grade according to PFF. Andre James did some good things this year, but it was that right side of the offensive line that just had me ready to pull my hair out. What's left of it, anyways. And quite honestly, I really feel like O'Cyrus Torrence is the answer for the Raiders at right guard. And yes, right tackle, you can do whatever you want. You can get Jermaine Illuminar or you can get DeJuan Jones like we want you to and just completely fix the offensive line. But O'Cyrus Torrence is the answer for the Raiders. He is one of those guys that you can stick it and forget it. You don't got to worry about him. He's just like Colton Miller, played right guard there at Florida, and probably in my mind the best guard in this draft. Like no competition. Honestly, I know there's some good guys out there that have shown some things in the past, and especially guys that I'm excited about as well, guys like Nick Broker and company. But at the end of the day, O'Cyrus Torrence is that dude. In 2022 with the Gators, played just under 700 snaps, did allow 8 quarterback hurries, but no hits, 0. Oh yeah, look at that other one, sacks, not a single one. In fact, in his 4-year career, 3 or 4 year career, I can't remember off the top of my head, he did not allow a single sack in his entire collegiate career. Yes, please. Also earned a 88.1 or 88.0 overall PFF grade. And it's not like that was all, the pass blocking. It was the fact he also earned an 89.1 PFF grade. And I'm no mathematician, but 89.1 PFF run blocking grade and 88.0 PFF overall grade usually means he had a little bit lower of a pass blocking grade. So he can do both. He can run block at a very high level. He can pass block at a really high level. He's got great size. Like, quite honestly, 6'5", 350. You don't got to worry about him. He's a guy that, honestly, he's everything you want the Raiders offensive line to be. Looking at him on tape against guys like Jalen Carter, who the best defensive tackle in this draft class. I was a little worried because O'Cyrus Torrence made the jump from Louisiana to Florida, making the jump there with now head coach there. I'm blanking on it at the top of my head, but at the end of the day, he made the jump, and there was a little bit of question marks, and I understand it because he was a guy that came from a smaller program, and you were kind of wondering, okay, how was he going to kind of hang around? How is he going to be able to go against the big boys? And he did very well. And again, he did follow Billy Napier there, and but he went against Jalen Carter against Alabama earlier in the season, and quite honestly, he held his own. There were some snaps where he got bull rushed back. That's a little rough, but also at the same time, it's Jalen freaking Carter. He's the best flipping defensive tackle in this draft. I don't see a problem with it, especially the fact that, a couple of particular plays, one play got walked back, and it forced Richardson to go back out, or Anthony Richardson, to be able to go back out to the pocket, throw his pass a little early. Okay, fine, got walked back. But he reset his feet. He continued to stay in the play, and the next play, he absolutely kicked Jalen Carter's butt. So, at the end of the day, are you going to nitpick those? Are you going to look at those? Yes. Are you going to nitpick them? No, because he went from jumping from Louisiana to Florida SEC top-level competition, and he dominated. He definitely dominated against some of the best competition, including the best defensive tackle in this draft class. Now, does that mean he's going to be a guy that comes out as an all-pro? I think there's still some things you can refine. I still think he's got great hand placement, which is not something you usually see out of a guard that came from a lower program, but he's got great hand placement, tends to and if you watch him, you'll see him kind of leaning a little bit, not too much, but it's enough to where he does sacrifice some of his power. If you could bend the legs a little bit more, I think he'd be able to handle some of those bull rushes a little bit better. But he's a guy that handles those twists well. He leads the way in the run game, and he's an excellent pass blocker. So I think he needs to be that dude for the Raiders that is drafted. Now, again, go do whatever you want at 7. Fine, go do whatever you want. But O'Cyrus Torrence is one of those guys that probably going to go anywhere from the 28 to 36 mark there at the butt end of the first round and right at the beginning of the second round. So I think you could use your second round pick and potentially trade back up into the first round, especially to get a guy like Torrence. I think it's worth it. Or you can trade potentially try to stay there. I doubt he's going to fall to you that far. If he does, you run that card up to the podium, but you have to go target a guy like Torrence. This is how you solve these issues. Go get the best guard in the draft and forget about it. Just forget about it. But let us know what you guys think, and make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten from all of you guys. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Florida guard O'Cyrus Torrence being the answer at guard for the Las Vegas Raiders.